You guys are lucky this week. You get an extra midweek video. I don't know. I'm trying to stay up till noon is my goal. So tonight's Wednesday. No, tonight's Thursday. Wait, it's Friday morning right now. That's what it is. I work graveyard shift tonight on Friday, and trying to stay up till noon so I can sleep till like 7 and just leave the house at 8. Get to work at 9, clock in, count in my drawer, and be awake. My whole thing is no sleeping pills. They're not good for your liver and stuff, so I haven't been using them for months and months. But I mean, sometimes this new thing I've been doing, staying up all night every night, and then just going to bed at 5 a.m. works also, which is not a problem. It's 3:24 right now. Just sitting here. I mean, I don't get a whole lot of stuff done. Watch some news. Try to not spend too much time paying attention to the news because it's a lot of just back and forth and cycling around and around issues. Yeah, I'm looking at some cars because I'm going to put in an application to be an assistant manager. One of the gas stations that's run by our same gas station business. There's like 50 in the county. There's like 8 within 10 miles of our house here. So, I mean, I might as well just put in an application on one of the ones that's close because why waste the gas money, you know? There's just things we've been doing this whole COVID thing the whole time I've been there. I started like something like a month and a half before it started, and I was still like going through training, and then all of a sudden we're doing all this cleaning, and everybody had to wear masks. And I already had 6 months of experience somewhere else, 9 months of a gap. I'm just tired of the masks, I mean, I don't like having. After a while, I mean, it gets tired. They talk about how people are getting like COVID anger and stuff. Well, I mean, on the flip side, working in an essential business, you have like, just like, it's not. I mean, it'll feel like COVID anger or whatever, but you have like COVID annoyance more, or just like it runs you down. Like you don't feel like you just don't want to ask someone. We all do this thing where we look at someone, we're like, oh god, this guy's mad. He doesn't want to put his mask on. You just say, oh hey, do you have a mask? Like, oh sorry brother. Like some big dudes have like they just have like big gnarly looking facial expressions, but they're just like, oh hey, sorry. Like Ned Flanders the pastor from Simpsons. But man, some people get mad about carding. It is the weirdest thing. Like carding's been around forever. It's not like just a trend. Like, oh, it's just this year with COVID and the face mask. I was standing there, and there was one other employee there with me, and then the customer at the other side of the counter is actually the owner of the market right next to us. He comes in sometimes, and then another guy came in, and he didn't know that it was the owner of the market, or probably didn't know. The guy comes in. This guy comes in, and he's always like mad dogs me. Like tries to like be all like all like no facial expression. He goes, orders the same cigarettes. If I ever dare ask him for his ID, which I don't because I don't like. Okay, here's what it is. I think he thinks he's a hard ass or something, or he has a mental retardation problem. But he like gets all mad if you ask for his ID. I know he's of age. I mean, I know this guy. I see him every time I see him. I go, I just like go to get the cigarettes that I already know he's gonna ask for because I just want to get him in and out. Like he just annoys me sort of, but not. He sort of doesn't annoy me at all. He's sort of nice, but like angry. I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing. I cannot even explain it. But after he left, I just like the owner on the other side just goes, some fucking people, or like he says something like that. He goes, some people, dude. I go, it's not just me. That guy like seems weird, like he's acting weird. He goes, yeah, he's like all pissed off. I'm like, oh, I thought it was just me like thinking that like being too happy-go-lucky and thinking that people are like supposed to be happy or whatever. Sometimes I think people are mad when they're not, and they're just like too sensitive. I think you should be happier to see me at the gas station type of thing. Like, I don't know. So it trips me out sometimes how I misread people, or they misread me, or whatever. Or like, man, the other night, this girl was last weekend on Graveyard. She was buying gas. This was crazy. They say how women will just like take like mean, angry stuff from men, right? She was putting in her credit card. She swiped her credit card, and she wanted fuel rewards. So I clicked the fuel rewards button, and she didn't know what her phone number was. Like, oh, just go ahead and put one in and see if it works. It didn't work. I go, oh, I'll just void it, and we'll start over. We'll do another one, and you can just put another phone number in that it might be. And I'm like looking at the software. And I do this little software stuff at home, right? I'm working on a software project. I may or may not ever be able to really get it all the way off the ground. But I like it because it's tied in with the law industry. But anyways, so I'm like looking at the computer screen. And I just said, oh man, I wish you could just like. I was looking at the screen. And I said, oh man, I wish you could just like put in another phone number. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh shit. I meant it like I wish people could just put. I go, oh no, not you. I meant I wish this software program worked a different way. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like that was like the biggest jerk sounding like way of saying. Or like if I said to you like, oh, I wish you could just put it in a different phone number that actually worked, right? Like she was like all apologetic, but I don't know. And then she laughed. We both laughed about it. I was like, oh man, that is totally like that uncomfortable part of comedy. That moment before you realize what the bisociative incongruency is of the two scripts that are like two ships passing in the night, but are like passing at sea. But at one point when they're crossing, they have the same exact partial wording in their script. Like I'm saying, I wasn't saying it to her. I was saying about the software, but I don't know. The gas station brings up all these funny little things. That and or I get over caffeinated and think things are like way. Some people are just like machines at the gas station. I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? Just like freaking. I think I need to not think about it so much. But funny things like that happen. Like yesterday, my I almost said roommate, my coworker and I were talking about because we're behind the counter and we face two different directions. So we're always standing like right there. Feels like roommates in college, but we're talking about these guys who we caught doing drugs in the bathroom. Like we've caught so many people like smoking meth or crack or heroin or weed in the bathrooms. That is just like random because we're doing everything else in the world. It's not, you're never actually thinking about it, and someone just like pops one on you. Like, oh fuck, there's all this drug smoke in the bathroom. Damn it. And he and I were talking about something, and the customer kind of looked at us funny. I go, oh, we catch people doing drugs in the or there's people doing drugs in the bathroom all the time here. And then the guy goes, like right as I was saying that, he's like, he just looks at me, and I thought he was listening to what we were saying, but he wasn't. He looks at me and goes, oh, can I use the bathroom? Like, here's this thing, like, oh, can I go in there and use drugs? Type of thing. And I go, no. We both just like laughed all of a sudden because we didn't hear each other. We're like saying the shit at the same time. Little stuff like that happens all damn day long. Like interrupting over people and then everybody apologizing. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't give a shit. It's just a gas station here. Yo, you guys have been in for a treat for this whole video. Like, just me talking about dumb shit at the gas station. Anyways, it's my video.